Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, the abundance to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, this is Aratazah once again, back with a quick video through the Spirit, and this is going to be based upon World War III. All right, because we're still in the year of prophecy. All right, that was deemed from the apostles. All right, and these prophecies are coming to pass, man. All right, every day you look into the news, you look into current events, you're seeing the prophecies of the Bible. They're basically unfolding, man. And through the Spirit, Lord willing, we're going to continue to push this information out, man. All right, because the Lord said that He set watchmen upon the walls of Jerusalem. All right, and you're only going to get these frequent warnings, all right, primarily from the men of Great Millstone. All right, this is our forte, is to prophesy. But I'm gonna read this quick article. All right, it's from a website called Express, and it reads: World War III, U.S. sets up arms race as it tests new stealth hypersonic missile. And this just goes, and it's from a week ago. All right, and it just goes with what we've been saying through the Spirit over and over and over again, that what these nations are not testing these nuclear weapons just for the hell of it, man. They're not testing them, just because they're bored, they don't have nothing to do. They're testing them. Why? Because it's going into World War III, just as it says in its title, man. All right, so the people out there, they know, man. They have an idea of, hey, this is the end. World War III is upon us. All right, and you got America, China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, these various nations, all across the board, they're constantly advancing and upgrading their weapons. That's why it says it's an arms race. All right, it's a race to see who has the most powerful weapons. But I'm gonna read this little excerpt here. It says U.S. military chiefs have confirmed hypersonic flight research. Vehicle testing is underway as its arms race with Russia and China intensifies. You see that? It's an arms race between America and Russia and China, man. All right, and Russia and China are very mighty world superpowers, which can't stand America. And in the end, what these two nations, among other nations, are going to turn against America and shoot missiles, man, pursuing the Revelations 17, I believe, 17 and like 16. All right, and it says what? It says it's intensifying, man. All right, which is another word that's been said over and over again. Things are going to intensify. All right. It says, reading on, it says the Pentagon has vowed to have hypersonic weapons available before its rival nations. All right, so these are rivals, man. All right, another word for rival is enemies, man. All right, so America has enemies, and that's according to prophecy, man. All right, it says, I'll read that again. It says the Pentagon has vowed to have hypersonic weapons available before its rival nations, and said its new high-tech X-60A program would see the frequency of flight testing stepped up while lowering the development costs. It says officials describe the X-60A as an airdrop liquid rocket purpose-built for hypersonic flight testing, which will provide real conditions for researchers to study rather than relying on ground test simulations. Yeah, so they're comparing their weapons with the rivaling nations like China and Russia, and what they're trying to enhance it, man, to outdo the others. All right, but when you read the scriptures, that ain't going to matter because America's going to be destroyed. Now America is going to use their missiles. All right, in certain parts of the Middle East, certain other nations are going to be hit. All right, but ultimately America is going to be completely wiped off the map, man. All right, pursuing the Isaiah the 13th chapter, where it says the land shall be made desolate, and the only thing that's going to dwell here are the desert-like creatures, roughly paraphrasing. All right, that's pretty much it on the article. I'm read this real quick. It's one of my favorite scriptures. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5, because we're living in this time, man. All right, we're living in the time of the scripture. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. All right. And as an example of that is when you watch these old war movies, like, for example, the movie 300, which was a movie based upon the period where the Spartan Greeks were going up against the Persians. All right. You watch the movie 300. That's an example of a war with garments rolled in blood and confused noise, man. All right. Reading on, it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right. And this is talking about what? It's talking about this time, man. It's talking about the coming Third World War. All right. This war's not going to be fought, as far as on the ground, so to speak, where it's going to be clashing of swords and shields and all of that. This is going to be a fight of missiles, man. Thermonuclear destruction. All right. And it's coming very, very soon. Let me go from there to the book of Job, the 20th chapter. Right. And the, man, you know what? For the sake of time, I'm going to jump right to the point. All right. Verse 24. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon. And he is referring to Esau, man. All right. Because when you read this chapter, it's going into Esau. All right. Primarily the elites, the higher ups, but Esau as a whole, man. All right. Because Esau is the wicked. He's the wicked, trickling down to the other nations as well as 2/3 of the nation of Israel. It says he shall flee from the iron weapon. The iron weapon is talking about the missiles, man. All right. It says, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Right. The iron weapon and the bow of steel, those referring to what you know today as the ICBM nuclear missiles. All right. It says, verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah. It says, yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. Right. It is drawn, cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword. Right. What is the glittering sword? The missile, man. All right. The glittering part is a metaphor for the fire and the sparks shooting out the back, man. When it's launched, all right, you watch footage of different missile tests and missile launches. It has the fire shooting out the back of it. That's the metaphor for glittering, man. And it's a sword. Why? Because the sword, when you read the scriptures, is a metaphor for death and destruction, man. All right, and that's what that's why they're being put to use to destroy the inhabitants of America. All right, which is Babylon the Great, and the only ones that's going to be saved out of that destruction is the elect of the nation of Israel, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and this is the time that we're going into, man. We're going into the time of World War III. All right, and you got these guys out here, that have set up camps that don't push this, man. They don't push the prophecies, They rather tell you to, or they push videos on how to, how to please your wife, how to set up your house and all of that, which is fine. But what's the main focal point, man? That shouldn't be the main focal point of your ministry, man. Your main focal point should be warning the people of what's to come, man. All right. So, that's just a couple of scriptures I want to just put out there through the Spirit, along with that article, Lord willing, that was edifying. All right, giving them praise, honor, and glory. to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash, and Lord willing, to the next video. Shalom.